When we look into the when we look into the world, right? When we look amongst the animal kingdom, all animals are separate, even though they're amongst each other. What do I mean by this? They're separate, even though they're amongst each other. Like their colonizations in their self is within them. Even another species of the same, like another, like the same type of animal, but from another area. I'm meaning to say, can't just come into that area of where those particular types are, even though they're so similar. This is communication, this is conversation. The world has mixed everything up so much. We are fighting natural causes for the wrong reasons. You can go in any natural habitat and it's only very few and far between certain animals that just kind of buddy together like that. You know what I'm saying? They got to be like really afraid, or like really small, or don't care. Like in the ocean, you got fish, and certain fish carry other fish with them everywhere they go. You know what I'm saying? uh Cleaning fish, sometimes the whales open their mouth and let other um crustaceans go in and clean all the gunk that they have inside of them. Like it's a work together, but they're not doing anything more than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you have, even in the wild on Earth, you know what I'm saying, how certain animals, you see birds on the backs of of like hippos or whatever, or elephants. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very few and far between. You know what I mean? For the most part, not too many animals just say, "Yo, let's get together and do this as a culture." You know what I'm saying? Like, so for the most part, each animal themselves are rising within their set of area wherever they are, right? Particularly, why am I coming at this angle of perception this way? Well, ultimately, we deal with the genetic aspect of other creations that are similar in the look. Like, we look, everybody has two arms, two legs, fingers, eyes, nose. You can talk, you know what I'm saying? You have hair. We differentiate between color, shape, and other nuances that really I don't really need to speak on at this moment. But my point for saying all this is, when you throw all that in one basket and you expect that there won't be a universal territorial boundary, this is a cause for chaos. It's the reason. Most people take out of content the materialistic value to ownership. Well, you're not owning anything, you're confusing your universal balance. This is the reason for people to force a new world order in some form of contingency. You have no clue what your connection to the universe and your natural purposes, i.e., to your creation of what you are. Yes, we can move around in different aspects, but you always going to get homesick. You're going to feel that. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, yes, you can plant and do other circumstances. That's if it's called to do that. Your life expectancy calls to you. Deeper than any of this, each individual person are different creations. So the indifference which serves them may be something that's sickening to me, and vice versa. People eat peanuts. Some people got peanut allergies. You see what I'm saying? It's just the basics. Like, I don't have to get highly upset to the fact of a person who just don't like spicy food or can't get into seasonings that way. You're not the same creation as I am. Some people need everything diluted. I like mine's concentrated. You know what I'm saying? Some people can't take the sun. Leave me in the sun all day. You know what I mean? Like, it's different energy. Some people love the cold. I love the heat. You know what I mean? So it just depends on your creation. Now, the issue with this is, majority of people do not look at themselves as a particular creation. You run to other creations with your individual aspects and then expect that balance to be agreed. Well, it's only going to be agreed on the social level. It's only going to be agreed on the systematic level. So this is you relinquishing your natural aspect of whatever that may be to whatever creation you may be. The more you combine with systematic issues and subsequently are able to mesh with other creations that are not in their element, that's showing you and everything else that's not in their element being permanently removed from that. It's not a such thing as an argument. There's only displacement. You're going to argue with a displacement. You're going to argue with a dis-ease. You're going to combat the contrast of everything that you're not. You see what I'm saying? This is the reason for them to go through and force mating situations and mix up DNA probabilities and create new this and new that, because they want to disturb that. They want to disturb that so much to where it just seems to fall like Plinko, like wherever the chips may fall. This is chaos in its rawest form. How do you defeat this chaos? Go back and look at Shaka Zulu. Go look at the scene in Shaka Zulu when the missionaries came. When the missionaries came and they was trying to tell him about his belief. Go watch that part. And you'll get an idea. You shouldn't let nobody break up your family. See, people like to jump around like hopscotch because they don't want to look at the one part that led to the next part, that led to the next part, that led to the next part, because each part are particulars of mental drain or mental like mental degradation. You know what I'm saying? So the things that are taking place, they happen over a period of time, but they happen with the mentality of each set of people of the time. So no, the people of the future got a different plan. They're not gonna take credit for that. They were like, nah, we got some other, we about to do this. It goes over everybody's head, yo. Like, look, I know it's different. I know it hit different. I don't care to constantly elaborate myself or try to get somebody to understand something. I see it like TV. I be like, yo, this is crazy. That's all you know. That's all you gonna do is you ain't gonna do nothing else. And you blatant with it too. You just like, this is what it is. And you know what niggas still saying? If we can just be real with one another, we can make it. Shut your stupid ass up. Pardon my French. That's not the key. The key is not even combat. The key is not even a forcified face-to-face circumstance. You have to be unconditional loving within yourself, period. That has nothing to do with what you do with other people. One thing ain't got nothing to do with the next. Like, people think you need the validation to do something else, or you need, no, just do it. Go somewhere and just do it. Just do it. Stop saying that, yo, we need, no. It's not a question. If you do you, then if you do you for you and what's of you, I'm going to say that right. If you do you for you and what's of you, the energy that you put in will be for that purpose. Everything outside of that will be attracted to it because you're not focusing on what's outside of that. We had to be distracted to pull us out of the way we normally think in creative aspect. So as long as you're looking like this, you can't draw while you're looking over here, or you going like this, your head on the swivel. What you say? Oh, what happened? What you doing upstairs? Oh, you heard that? You can't draw because your hand you need to focus. You can't carve if your head on the swivel. You can't create anything if your head on the swivel. But when you in places with your feet grounded, you can be still. Your mind takes a picture and put it to something natural, and the natural concept against the false reality of contrast to that merges, and it shows you how to do a natural way of the same thing that you think you're gonna lose when you left the system. Everything they did is labeled behind the natural processes of what we already are capable of doing. You've never seen a city of nature. You've never seen flight of nature because they take all that from you. How am I going to sit there and keep studying some process when you burned all my knowledge? And then you turned around and gave it back to me. What am I, boo-boo the fool? Here you go. Here, we burned that in thousands and thousands of pounds, but here's something for you. Y'all better wake up, man. And if you don't start recreating this knowledge in yourself through creation and the divine guidance, you know what we all doing? Sliding your foot. You sliding your foot. You sliding your foot. Sliding your foot. Come on, man, get it together. You already know the vibes. NAGA.